It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom-led pilgrims of Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. DeRosa.
How are we today? Been a week.
It has. It's been a minute.
Hey.
It's been a minute, man. Yeah.
Forget missing a day. I forgot my coffee was right over there. I went to drink it. I'm like, where is it? Gone.
Well, I got the local Canton Citizen in front of me from yesterday.
Oh boy. Interesting, huh?
Here
Here we go. Harrington wins select board seat. Gotta love that type of headline, huh?
Then you have
Police finds no corruption. Really? That's interesting.
It was funny too, though, Tom. I'm looking at the bottom half of the paper. You know how we had the standouts in front of the Canton PD, and we couldn't park with the church, and
Yes.
State and churches are separate.
Church and state, baby. Yep.
Well, these people are all parked at the church, hanging out, protesting. So
what were they protesting, Mike? I don't see what would I don't. Well, what's the sign say?
It was hands off. It was like a anti-Dodge, DOGE. But they were all parked in the parking lot there.
And nothing happened to them. No tickets, no fines, no nothing.
I can see like 20 cars there.
Selective enforcement from Canton Police Department. What a shock! I don't believe it.
I wonder who put the sign there. Was it state or was it church?
I do believe somebody saw a police officer going and installing the sign, if I remember correctly.
Well, churches are good people, no matter what they support or what they want to do. They're all people, right?
Yeah.
If they want to these people wanted to protest, they wanted to protest, right? It just kills me that it made the front page of the paper. Like, are you kidding me?
But really? I mean,
yeah, I know. I live in this backwards town. I mean, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Wow. I mean, the article about Susan Harrington, though, wins the select board seat for the second consecutive year. A political newcomer vying for a seat on the top town executive board was the clear-cut winner at the polls in Canton's annual town election.
Yep.
Woo!
Boom, huh?
Someone who's never held office before, elective office before, emerging victorious in the race for select board over a 12-time incumbent. So he's been won it 12 times in a row. On a 3-year seat, 3 times 12 is 36 years, dude. Right?
Some people aren't, dude. The people that voted him out aren't even that old.
Her running on a platform centered on accountability, oversight, government modernization, and rebuilding the trust with the citizens. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Wow.
She won by a margin of 32-64 to 18-20, more than 60% of the vote.
Good for her. Congratulations to Mrs. Harrington. I mean, good for the town.
And also good for the other lady that's on the board. I'm drawing a blank right now. Gosh darn. You know what I'm talking about.
You know exactly what you're talking about.
Now she's got a partner. Now she's got a partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I know exactly.
I want to say Rita, but it's not.
She's very, very smart with numbers, I think.
Yeah.
What's her name, guys? Chat,
Come
help
on.
us out.
Yeah, come on, please.
Who else? Trisha.
Trisha. Yeah.
Yep.
Boylan? Trisha
Boyden. I think was it Boyden? Yep. Good for her. Gonna have company.
Yeah, I think if you get two women like that, powerful, type A, strong leadership skills.
Yep.
We're going in the right direction, people.
And I think if they I don't want to say wield their power, but I think if they play their cards right, they can put Chris in a box where he's got no.
I don't think he knows what he's doing anyway. To be honest with you, I don't really know if he knows.
He's playing checkers. I think they're playing chess.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter. He knows it. He knew it going into it. He just needed to get in there to control the narrative of what was coming, and it was a good move on his part. I'm not gonna lie. I know he didn't think of it. Someone else in his family probably thought of it, and there he is. So I don't think there's a shot in hell that he gets reelected. Honestly, I don't even probably. Here's the thing. I don't think he runs. I think John Connolly tries to take his seat.
Really?
Maybe.
Well, that's interesting, huh?
Would that be a thought?
Or what about Tom? Who's the other guy left? Tom Theodore? Did he leave?
He got voted out. Yep.
So,
yeah. So if we go next year, if we get the rubber stamp 3-2, it's over.
Yeah, no doubt, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But can we give the people who are 3 or who are pro positive change and can't we give them support in what they need to be able to do that? Because I mean, you know how they come for people on, just putting themselves out there. They're gonna come for them hard.
Oh yeah, of course.
So,
but if you got a tight family and a good support system and you surround yourself with good people, there's no way they're gonna break through the barriers.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I see that.
Yeah, that's what she has. She's a vet. She's got a great family here. She grew up here. She's gonna surround herself with the right. She already did surround herself with the right people.
Absolutely.
And they're all the same, level of thinking, and that's hard to beat, man. If you get a one-off like John Connolly promising a small amount of the minority a certain power with they have, you're not going to win that. You won it for a long time because people weren't paying attention.
Now it's it's not just hitting a box anymore. It's making a decision now.
Yes,
it's changed.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's become a real good teaching point to the younger generation in this town about what you can do with locally if you want change locally, regionally, nationally. Every vote counts, and your voice counts too. Like these people standing out in front of the church. I mean, for whatever they want to do, they have the right to do it, and that's good, no matter what it is. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Yeah.
So do it. Okay, sorry, I'm off my soapbox.
No, it's all right. It's all good.
I just want to bring it up. I'm proud of my people in Canton. I'm proud of all the people that stood up. Dennis Sweeney, Mrs. Sweeney, good job, man. You guys talked about it. You want to change. John Como, thank you so much. Being loud and your platform and everybody else that helped out. I know I'm forgetting a bunch of people, but I'm not about that. But even the FKR people that stood out on Fridays, and they probably are from 12 to 2 still, that drew attention to the Canton Police Department.
Speaking about that, look at what I got sent to me yesterday. Somebody was driving by and they sent this to me. Check this out. Right?
Where's this?
This is in Bridgewater.
Wow.
Right? There's one. Let me get another one here, right? Just on a Thursday, hanging out. Another great picture of them. People beeping the horns. A lot of beeping, man. A lot of beeping here. These 3 ladies, I love them. They're in Bridgewater at the Bridgewater Center.
Makes a
Amazing
difference, guys.
People, man. Again, what you're saying.
Any pink ribbons on trees, even that makes a difference.
Yeah,
you're driving to church, you're driving to the store, you're driving to pick your kids, you see a couple of pink ribbons in a row on a street.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. It's like having a lawn sign for Susan Harrington. Like you drive by, like all right, cool.
Exactly. There's a pink ribbon.
And then you kind of feel like, well, we get momentum. You're not just seeing it. Like I really felt like the silent majority of Canton showed up for the vote for Susan
Yes.
Harrington.
Yep. They did.
They did. They didn't talk
And we
about
talked
it.
about that, getting out and the people actually voting. You know, you can have as much support as you want, but you have to get out and vote.
Right.
And her people came.
They showed up, dude.
Yeah.
They showed up, man. They showed up. And that just tells you what type of person she is. Like, you know, it runs deep. You know, people know you in Canton, especially if you're a lifelong resident. People know who you are. You know,
You
you don't
take care of somebody's prized possession, their animal.
the dog, right.
Prized
So what
possession.
If I
That's
judge
the
people,
responsibility in the love you have for another person to trust them with your prized possession.
and if you are, I judge a lot of people how they treat their pets. Now, if she treats pets the way she's a veterinarian, obviously is great. How's she going to treat other people she's around? And then that just flows into her natural decision making.
Yep.
So yeah,
It makes it easier for her to make that decision because she makes it every day.
Just do the right thing. You know?
Yep.
And she makes decisions where she's gonna put dogs down.
That's a tough one, but she has to make it for the best.
Right.
You don't like
not everything's gravy on a Friday at a vet shop, dude. You know how many, I've
long weekend for some people.
Tommy, remember I went through it twice,
And
man.
yeah, I got it. I know. Yeah.
Horrible.
Dude, I lost five of my dogs at once.
Oh my God.
Yep.
It's the hardest thing. It's probably one of the hardest things besides a parent or a loved one that you really, because I could, they're just like kids to me and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you like everybody in the world, but yeah, dogs bring joy, man. Anyways,
all animals.
I'm happy. Right. I've been called an animal before too, so. I'm just happy for the town of Canton. This is probably the thickest I've seen this paper in a couple of months. You know what I mean? People have maybe finally advertising
anything
back
about
in there.
The train incident, the tracks, anything about that?
No, Tom. And I can look, but I haven't. I just got to the first page. The other thing I wanted to talk about. What's going on with the Pappas Hospital? It's kind of flying under the radar, guys. We're gonna wake up one day and there's gonna be a for sale sign out front. I'm telling you.
Yep.
This is how it works.
Back in with moving trucks and everything that can be sold is gonna go in the truck and gone.
So next select board meeting, someone needs to or call. Thank God we don't have Zoom anymore. We get it up there. We're gonna find out because as a community, do we want it or don't we? You know what I mean? That's like, do we want to keep going with this?
Right.
Do we want? That's the whole thing I'm thinking about. And I'm on board for either way, as long as you make a collective decision and don't get surprised by the state and they rip it out from underneath us, like Maura Healey or something like that. That's my point. I want to
control over that. That's right. It's about the control.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
so, anyways,
listen, you should, as it's in the town, it's kind of town. Right. The state has it, but the town has some access, some right to it.
Right. It's a state run. A hospital.
So they just run it. That's it. So the Canton owns it.
The property. Yep.
Okay. Well, it's your property.
And the property is right on the back of it is on the resi. So when I paddleboard around the back of it, they have a boat ramp with two platoon boat. Platoon boats.
Yeah. Pontoon boats.
Pontoon boats.
They go fishing and just hanging out.
Oh my God! The kids love it. The kids love it.
How do they not? Right.
Right, but if that goes away, what goes on there next is what okay.
Well, you and I know who highest bidder, buddy. Whoever gets the most money, that's what it's going to be. Housing, going to be condos.
I hope not.
Yeah,
because
it's easy to do that, isn't it?
It'd be great conservation land.
Think of all the revenue, Mike. All that revenue coming in for the town, more money. More firemen, more cops, more administrators. Now you need someone to manage the pension fund more. It's more.
No, we have we went through the numbers of what works in the city of Canton, in the town of Canton, 1,400 and some odd people in the payroll. We don't need any more tax. Our taxes are high enough, right? And now we should just return it to nature for a while. Let it, that's all I'm saying. Or turn it into something else positive. I don't, another school. I don't care. I don't know. I know it needs to be rehabbed, But I mean, we can't find.
Oh,
We can spend $800,000 on a pickleball court, but we can't figure this out. This is
how
crazy.
big is the property?
Oh, it's a couple of acres, Tom. It's 2 or 3 acres, 4 acres. Anyways, I'm just loving the backside of it, where it's on the resi, and it can be a great place for families to go to, because the resi entrance for the public right now is small. There's no beach. This place has a beach.
Or you
Like,
make
it's all
it into like a park
right,
for
right.
boats. Like put a proper boat ramp in and manage it. And
They do have a boat ramp at the one
right,
off of Pleasant Street, but you need a key and it's locked, and it's like they don't want big boats in there. They want something with a couple of horsepower, which
if
is
that.
fine, because the wake's gonna erode the sides and stuff. But anyways, I think it goes back to nature. I like that idea.
You know, the wakes going up on the shore bring food and nutrients back into the water. You know that, right?
Oh
Bugs
my
and stuff
God,
that the fish
I'm
eat. You
Jesus.
feed every time a wake goes up. You feed every time it comes back in. You're feeding the fishy, buddy.
Tom, imagine being out on a paddleboard in the middle of the resi, and you get a guy in a jet ski doing 60 miles an hour doing circles around you.
Dude, I was on Lake Champlain. Let me show you. Actually, I'll show you where I was. Oh my God.
That's just asshole move, like legit asshole move. Almost like,
Kinda.
dude, what are you doing, man? It's like 10:30 in the morning on a Tuesday. I'm out here just watching the sunrise, and you're out here just doing 60 miles an hour in a circle around me.
Blasting.
Yeah, you dick.
All right, so
I want. Yeah,
all right.
62 degrees in Scotland. My God, I get snow on the ground here, people in Canton. Canton is because we have the Blue Hills right here too.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, there's American bald eagles flying over the resi. Okay, that's how cool it is.
It's the Four Brothers. This is Lake Champlain in Vermont. Now, this is 150 miles long.
Right.
It goes all the way down to Ticonderoga down here.
You're speaking Chinese to me.
It goes all the way down here.
Yeah.
So Lake Champlain is massive. It's huge.
And then it goes into Lake George. Okay.
So I'm out in the middle of Lake Champlain trying to find it.
Oh wow! It splits New York and Vermont down the middle.
Oh yeah, you need 2 fishing licenses.
Get out of here!
Yeah, here we go. Middle of nowhere, right? There's these islands. 4 of them.
Oh God! Yeah.
The Four Brothers. So I'm out here poking around trying to find where the fish are. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Mike, there is nothing. I can barely see this shoreline. It's just a line on the edge of it. That's how far away you are. This side you can't see nothing. It's just water.
Right.
So we're poking around on the trolling motor, and it's kind of wavy, but not much. Wasn't bad. All of a sudden, the water starts shimmying and shaking. Dude, they had a cigarette boat run, poker run from the top, from up here, way up in Lake Champlain, up here.
Oh yeah.
And they came right down, and they used the Four Brothers as a landmark, as like a buoy to make a turn. They come in so fast,
right?
And they come right up on. Right. This is like a landmark for them to make a turn, so they don't crash in. You're off. You don't want to be off running at 100 something miles an hour.
What was that like?
Unbelievable, guy. So we're just, we're tucked behind one of the islands, and here they come. They don't see we're in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Nowhere. And there's 2 dudes in a boat. So we just start waving at them as they going by. It was amazing.
They're legit doing the 2 helmets speeding down the oh wow.
Like if we were in the wrong spot,
right,
you're dead. Because they don't have time to turn. They're going so fast, Mike. Like hydroplane boats. And they're moving from top.
When you're on the water and you're going that fast, it seems like you're going 3 times as fast too.
Way different animal altogether.
Right? Like it seems like you're going so much faster.
So they use these 4 islands as a marker to make the turn this way.
Right. Go back up again.
And no, to come down. They were still going down.
Oh, so they use it as a marker.
They were using these 4 islands as a marker, like a marker buoy, to go around it. So they knew to be on the one side or the other.
Yep.
But man, they were moving. I never seen nothing like it. And they weren't that far away from us, man. Definitely not in the safety zone.
You must have heard them coming, man. Must have heard him
We
coming.
didn't, the water was shaking first. We didn't know what was happening. Like,
Right.
what's that? And all of a sudden you hear the noise. You see a little dot, and then it's
Right.
getting bigger and it's white because there's the boat hull. And dude, they were just, I never seen them go by me. So like it's like going to a NASCAR race, but you were right, no fence,
Wow.
you're there.
Like
And
quad outboards.
inboards, guy. These are all like big
Wow.
blocks and stuff, hammer down. Like you like
Oh my God.
show you the cigarette boats.
What are they worth?
Oh, 150, 200,000.
That's I think more money than that. Those are the ones they used back in the 80s for the drug runs across from
Yep.
right. They used to just boogie. And then they just beach them basically. And you know,
And
beat
run.
those, yeah,
Yep.
leave the boat there.
These are the boats that were coming by like this.
Oh, okay.
Stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
this were
Oh,
coming
yeah.
by, man. It was just like,
Oh my God.
yeah, they were cranking.
Yeah,
It's like
there's a
this.
couple.
Like we're waving, and then like they're moving out, like zoom, zoom.
And that
So
looks like fun, but like you can actually park one and jump off it and have a good time and stuff, right?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my God. Look at that
That's a
thing.
ride, huh?
Holy
1,000
shit.
horse, bud.
Look at the AMG Mercedes ones down there. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they do have like four. Yeah,
Well,
oh
yeah.
my God. Dude, that's the life goal right there, man. I don't know. Would you rather have that than a fishing boat?
No. Nope. Nope.
Look at that thing. AMG, look at that thing. That thing is
Dude, I've had more fun in a smaller boat. Look at these guys. There were a
oh,
couple.
yeah. Oh,
There were a
my
couple like this, Mike, that were like really professional boats coming by us, and I was just like, "Oh my word, where are we?"
He's got a fucking windshield in that thing. It's like a car, dude.
There's a whole cockpit. The cockpit comes out of the boat if you crash.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this guy's moving.
How much water do they sit on? Like probably a fucking foot? Maybe when they're going?
That's probably the less is more. The less water under the boat, faster you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but the more you can lose it too, right? I mean,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah. And if you catch wind underneath it, you're
Yeah.
gone, right? I mean, I've seen that
Not
happen
good.
too.
Yeah, I almost died once like that.
Oh
Almost
my
flipped the
God!
boat.
Look at that! Look at that boat. That boat's the balls.
This is just black. Look at that. Imagine sitting right here going 100, 120
Yeah.
miles an hour,
He's
Mike.
got
Like, just hanging out.
five motors on the back.
6.
6 motors on the
Six.
back.
Who's got this
Holy
money?
shit.
Who's got this money? This is
Oh,
just
you'd be surprised.
and
I've seen
something
yachts
breaks, it's
with
big bucks.
what's that?
If something breaks on these things, it's just
Oh, yeah.
big dollars, man.
Well, if you can't afford to fix it, you can't afford the boat, right? That's how I
Right.
look at it. You know, you should be in that thing, man. What's the what's the right size for that thing? Like 49 feet, 50? What is it?
Oh
That's
God, I wouldn't even. I don't know. I don't know what they were at.
fucking, hey, man, Jesus Christ. They're big in Florida, though, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
because it's a flex.
yeah. I remember they were doing. I
35.
watched. Look at you. Here we go.
Yeah, see, 230, 1.3, 750.
Yeah. Like, so is
600.
ocean or I would think lake running with the waves is probably the way to go, right?
And you can't put this in a small little pond, right?
I can't put it in the resi.
Not the resi today. Something like this could go in the resi. There you go.
I used to when I was hanging out at Marina Bay, and you'd see some of these things pull up with these young kids in them,
Yep.
having a blast. But then
Daddy.
they take off in the middle of the night, like 11:30 at night, and head back to wherever they were going. That to me is not fun if you don't know what you're doing. Like if you don't know the markers and I've been all
everyone's
through
got
it.
GPS on their boats now, Mike.
Well,
They have-
yeah.
because
So
that's the problem, though, is they all have GPS. They don't
Right.
know that you're invisible. You still can't see.
So I could go out with my buddy, and he would just go like this. So what do you want to fish? We're gonna go. He would just hit a previous spot where he's been to, and it shows every time that he's driven on that lane, and it just stays in that lane, and he just sets the speed. It literally drives itself. It's crazy.
Mike, the
Crazy.
trolling motors that they have now,
Yeah.
if you have a waypoint on your fish finder, you go to that waypoint, you hit the waypoint, and it says go to,
Yeah.
go to. And the trolling motor brings you to where you were within a foot. You just sit back, you don't do anything. And then if it's windy out, you don't touch the trolling motor. It keeps you right where you're at. Spot lock. all by itself. It's all GPS. And it's beautiful. Things are going
Tommy,
forward.
I grew up with a crawdad, you know.
Yeah.
That's what
Still fish out of one. I know it very well. I know it well. Need a piece of wood for the floor, so you don't.
That's what, yeah. I stand
Always.
on it.
Yeah.
I'd make a deck. I would make a deck out of it, and we would put that thing in the cranberry
Anywhere,
bog
man.
ponds.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We'd
And
have
you
a
could drag it
ball.
forever. The plastic would never wear. You never have a hole in it either. You know what's that?
No,
Drag that
it was,
freaking thing.
and we put it down this place called the Whoop-de-Doos, and we would leave it down there. So we'd be down there drinking, like, you know, 9. We'd go fishing.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, dude.
Scott knows.
Whoa.
Like the whole racing thing with boats. It's a whole culture. It's all like there's all different like tiers, and you know that race.
Right.
There's a bunch of different boats coming, so they're all different classes, I guess.
You saw something like that with a windshield, like for the windshield.
Yes, right by us. Like
That would be
full out, Mike.
You're doing 100 miles an hour. Wind's going to be an issue in your
You can't-
face.
At 80, you it's hard to breathe. Actually,
Yeah.
73, 74, it starts
Hence-
getting hard. After that, it's really hard to breathe. So we
And
wear
that-
helmets on our fast fish.
Yeah, I was going to say the helmets, yeah, because you know what? I don't want bug in my face. A bug in your face at 70
Dude.
miles an hour is going to hurt.
You know what hurts even
Yeah,
more?
A bird. What?
You know what hurts more?
What?
Rain.
Oh,
Because it's coming
Yeah.
down. You're coming across. There's more velocity. It hurts.
is that physics and
Ooh.
science you're talking about now?
Yeah. Yep. Not good.
All right, let's get off the boat. Let's get off
All
the
right,
boat.
so, Listen, I got another
That was like
rabbit hole.
26 miles. Oh, we got a cup of coffee ready to go. Okay,
This is a
let's
good one.
go.
This
All
is
right.
good. All right.
Good morning, Scott McGinnis.
Scott McGinnis, always here. So,
Oh, he
Scott will
hasn't
know.
been here. He hasn't been here in a while. I haven't seen him in the chat in a couple of days.
he's
Scotty.
always here. He just doesn't
All right.
chat all the time. Because
All
when
right.
he comes in, everyone's all giving him love.
All right.
All right. So, check this out, right?
What's up?
You know what this is, right?
Let's see. Combined witness list. Yeah,
Okay.
I have one too. Yeah. What do you want to know?
What are we at? We're at 150, right?
Wow, went up, huh? Wow. Good. Okay.
Yeah, right?
That's the number, buddy. When was that published?
I don't know, but it's
What's that?
titled 647,
Okay.
right? So there's that.
And they
Okay.
this is weird. Why do they put it in alphabetical order by the
Yeah.
first name?
Easier
what-
for
what's up?
Aunt Bev to see it. She can say,
No,
up,
come on. No,
Group of
come
Paul,
on.
right here. But Mike, listen,
What? What's up?
what were we at? 150? right?
I the one I printed off, right, which was docket number 603 and 614. So what were you at on that docket number?
647.
Wow, I'm behind. Okay. I had 91 total witnesses, and then combined 31. So it was like 100. Okay, yeah. Way behind.
So
What else
that
got added?
I don't have a problem with that as much as I have a problem with this. This ain't right.
What is it, buddy?
This,
Oh yeah, it's not the first time he's done it.
Mike, how many witnesses does Whitey Bulger have?
He's gone with us, but he had 77.
And how many does Kieran Reed have? Double?
Mine
Wait a minute,
has
double?
100. Yeah,
Double.
121.
Kieran Reed has double. How is
reason
that
why- tell
remotely
you.
close to being all right?
All right, tell me if I'm wrong, people. Hank Brennan defended Whitey Bulger. The job of Hank Brennan was to keep Whitey Bulger from trying to talk to anybody else, to keep more witnesses off the stand so that it doesn't explode into the FBI and or the corruption doesn't leak as much as that it already had, because Whitey Bulger knew too much. That's what I honestly believe. He knew too much.
Yep.
Hence why the reporters weren't allowed. Howie Carr wasn't allowed in. A couple other Globe writers weren't allowed in, but they fought it. They ended up winning and getting on. But Yeah, that's the reason why I'm told that a lot of people didn't get called because they didn't want to expose anybody else, and he ends up getting shanked in prison eventually, anyways. And to be honest with you, Tom, I don't think in real life they wanted him found.
Of course not.
You know what I mean? Because they knew this would happen.
He gonna open up the
Yes,
open it all up,
he
everything.
was, he definitely was.
Yep.
And to me, it was kind of like they really got lucky when they put it was America's Most Wanted and a lady from like Denmark
It
who
was all
actually
about the
was.
cat. Remember?
Yes, it was his girlfriend that brought him
Stray
down.
cat. Stray
Yep.
cat. Yep.
And and this lady was out there and she had a conversation with his girlfriend, and then she sees her on America's Most Wanted, and she calls it in, and then
Just
they
like
go
that.
down, and he had $500,000 of cash in his garage downstairs.
In his wall.
Uh,
Mike, he was an organized crime boss who led the Winter Hill gang, supposedly, blah, blah, blah. He was involved with the FBI, tipped him off about a pending RICO indictment against him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He 16 years he was on the run. Okay?
Come on. I mean, seriously.
Kevin Weeks. Jennifer Weeks. That's again. They both got last names Weeks. I wonder. That family tree kind of.
No comment. No fucking comment.
But he was an informant too, Mike. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
What was he indicted on? Let's see. Let's find out. Where is it?
Right. Extortion, racketeering, money laundering. Yeah.
32 counts of racketeering, money laundering, extortion, weapons charging. Complicit in 19 murders.
Wow.
He have been found to have been involved in 11 murders. On November 14th, he was consecutive 2 life sentences plus 5 years. Okay, yeah.
Look at he's ordered to pay back $19.8 million in restitution. They never saw any of that. He was involved in
$25.2 million.
Yeah, but I don't know where were they. I don't know what kind of
property. He had that in cash.
Oh, in property maybe. I don't know.
Cash,
I know Catherine Gregg's house in Quincy. They tried to get, and they didn't get it. They were trying to get it. I don't know.
So you're telling me that the mob boss has half as many witnesses as Karen Reed over. Where are we at?
So.
Drunk driving? Is that what they got? Is that what we got so far? Maybe
an accidental hit and run.
But
the thing about that is that they had the warm body Weeks to put him away. He flipped.
We have warm bodies too, dude.
Yeah, but no one's taking the stand. No one's making a deal. Maybe Farwell, who knows? But my point is this: that's why they didn't have to call that many witnesses if they had to, because they were scared. Hey, Weeks, if you just say this. And don't go here and don't go here.
There's a name. There's a name on that. That list of 150. There's a name on there that's not on there yet. So I know that's gonna maybe go up by at least one. I'm looking for a name that should be there. It's not there yet. I don't know how they're gonna bring that in. But
how do you have the initials?
I can't.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give it up. I'll spill the tea later. Yeah, and then Scotty's right. I mean, to think as a common person that his brother wasn't involved somehow, some way, is just ridiculous. Just stop it. Just stop it. I mean, come on.
Did you see the footage of the banquet for Berkowitz?
Yes.
You see who's sitting next to Kevin Albert?
Kevin Albert, what, to his left or to his right? Because his brother's to his right.
Yeah.
Who was it?
His brother.
Brian.
Yes. The same guy. So I mean, like they're not estranged. They don't.
Yeah, well, they talk all the time.
They're close. Like.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Yeah. And then you had Higgins right next to him. Who put together the ceremony?
Higgins ran it.
And Rafferty. It
Yep.
was $65 a ticket. They ran in the paper.
Of course she would do it. That's the chief, man. That's the old job.
But
All the
she's the
secrets are
queen.
now hers.
She's the queen. She's the queen. Sergeant
Crowned
Good. Oh yeah.
queen.
I remember when they swore. You guys gonna find this. The Young Jerks has it on somewhere. But when Officer Lank, Sergeant Lank, was getting his lieutenant pin, guess who was sitting right in the front row watching that happen? Was Higgins. Right after all the shit went down, dude, he got appointed to lieutenant. Just saying. Just saying.
Didn't that happen
There's
to
a-
Lang too with the Birchmore thing? Didn't he get
Oh, yeah.
promoted after that?
Yep. A lot of stuff happens when you agree to do what you got to do. You climb the ranks.
Yeah,
how they
well,
keep it.
if you play by their rules, I guess.
And all the good ones are still out on patrol, until they do what they're asked to do in the situation. Yeah, Higgins he's in Sandwich right now. Yes. Yep.
He
he's in
lives there.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
Yep.
All got promoted. It's all about money, right?
Tom, until I started talking to you, I never ever believed. I always thought a cop did it for the goodness of his heart, and I think some of these young guys go in the same way, but they get
Yep.
instantly
The
turned.
minute they make a mistake, somebody will cover for them. Now mistakes
they
happen.
go-
Don't get me wrong,
Yep.
but once
Yep.
that happens, that's it. That's all. It's it. You can't be flawless being a cop because every situation's different. You don't know
Well,
what
I
you're going to walk into.
I forgot this one too. Thanks, Sherry. It was like that summer of 2022, Mr. Kelleher got promoted.
Yeah. Sherry D, hello, my dear. It's good to see you. I
Yeah,
got your
right.
message finally, and you are in my top 10. I just haven't had a chance to call you back.
Well, yeah, if you listen to Tom's voicemail, if you're not in my top 10, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, think about it. You usually have 10 people who will
Right.
have your number that you'll
Bob,
answer the phone for, right?
Bob,
There's always 10.
I'm not saying you're right or wrong, bro.
Not 10, then hey.
I just
Tell
like
them
how
like
you're open about it. You're like, if I don't call you back, because I don't know. But
Dude,
here's the
just-
thing about Kelleher. Let me just real quick, I'll let you go. Is that Patty Sherrill, I think was the other deputy chief. Why do we need two? And here's the reason why they said it. Listen to it. It was in the paper. They said that they both deserved it, and that we feel it would be unfair not to give one and not the other. I went out of my mind. I was like, are you kidding me?
Why don't they share it, Mike? They can do sharesies.
Tom, why do we need two deputy chiefs?
Do they each get their own vehicle?
I didn't even go there. I would think so, right? I would think
Okay.
so.
Do they show up at every arrest? Like,
Not that I'm aware of. They weren't at mine.
are they in charge of a task force?
Couldn't tell you, Tom. I don't, Tom.
It's just money, dude. It's just money. Give them money.
Susan Harrington, let's effing go. We got this.
Yeah.
Oh, we talked. Oh, okay, cool.
And she's the one to look at that too. So
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so incestuous here, guys. It is so bad. So bad.
Yep.
We're talking generational police. 81% of the police in Canton, born, raised, educated, became a cop. 81%, Tom.
what are the
How-
other
that's-
odds? What are the other odds? I wonder in other towns.
Well, first of all, as a leader, you don't want that because they can't be objective. If they pull the mother's friend, they can't do it their jobs.
Right.
Even though they can be
That was
completely
one of the questions they asked me. If
Right.
you give your mother a ticket.
If she broke the law, yeah, I give her a
Exactly. That was
warning.
my answer. If she did
Yeah.
something that was worth a ticket,
If-
yes.
If she beat my father up, yeah, hell yeah, my poor father.
Right.
But my point's this: if you're going to get into law enforcement and you choose to do this, people, we didn't tell you to do it. It's not like China where, hey, okay, you're going to be a cop. You chose. You went to school for it. You got educated for it. You went to the academy. Now you're a cop. Do the right thing. Even if it means swimming against the current, do the right thing. Find somebody that's like-minded like you. Get on the same shift. Do something right. This is going to be over sooner than you think. And we're going to be all there together to support you. Trust me when I tell you. It just takes a little bit of a time because it's been generational and sexual for the last 2 or 3 generations. It takes 2 generations of turnover to make this happen. But 81% is just way too high.
And again, that comes back to civil service, Mike. So
Mm.
if you do good on the civil service test, you get ranked up above, and veterans get preferential, so they go to the top of the list. They just have to pass.
Right.
You know, just certain other factors that they determine, whatever they are, put you in that list. So
I read something, Tom, and maybe you could, I don't know, you know, if you're too smart, they don't want you.
well, think
That
about
you
it.
ha- you
Yeah.
have- they want you to go to federal. That's right here. If you like, you know,
If you
if
test
you're
out,
if
yeah,
you, and that's why some people don't make the cut on a local police department because they did too well on the test and they know they can't be swayed. They don't want them. They want somebody that's actually, you know, I don't, you know, that's
you
what
got
I
my
hear.
back. You got my back. Let me just take these steak tips. Let me just steal these from this business because I have a key to
That's-
the business. Just watch my back. I mean,
They don't
No.
want, you know, keep it still, you know, like, and the other people just not going to, like, you know, the number one college where the CIA recruits, believe it or not, the number one college in America is Notre Dame. If you go to Notre Dame, chances are you're going to be approached by the office of the government, by the CIA, it might be who
somebody
knows?
will give you a job that it comes
Yeah.
back to them. Yep.
Exactly right. Just so you know, if you young kids out there want to know where to go to get recruited, Notre Dame is the school.
They have companies, and the companies,
Dude,
they like
I'm telling you,
Raytheon.
man.
They have a baby company called XYZ, and you'll work for them, but that company is actually part of Raytheon. I met a kid, Mike. They gave him one circuit to find out to make it so it doesn't generate as much heat. And the only way to do it was like, what's that coal stuff? Liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
That was the only way to keep that whole thing cool.
Right.
And they stuck him in a room and said, make a better circuit that doesn't make this much heat. He had to
Right.
try and redesign something that somebody before him in the 1950s said this is the exact perfect way to do it. Someone smarter than him, and they give it to him, and he's got whole rest of his life is in this room on this one circuit that does like the guidance for the heat-seeking missiles. You know,
I see. I could do that. Sit in a room. I could.
and he had to make that sensor that sees that, but it gets
Right.
hot, and you have
Right.
to keep it cool. How do you cool it? You got to redesign it so it doesn't generate as much heat, right? But
Yeah.
still gets heat, still too hot.
It's
That's
gotta
his
be-
whole job. Fix it, make it cold.
Yeah.
It's like an unfixable thing.
Cute nerds
So-
are the worst. It should be illegal. I know. Some of these people, they're so smart, man. I know a couple, and man,
Yeah, I love
It's-
smart people. I
me too.
freaking love them. I love them.
But
I love
then-
getting and
but
talking.
I'll have my way of doing it, and he'll cut out 4 steps of what I'm doing. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you fucker, man. Like,
But you get it though, right? At the end, you say,
Yeah.
"Oh man, yep."
he goes, yeah, you don't need to go that way. We can do it this way. I'm like, oh yeah, because I don't know what my problem was, man. Dyslexic or whatever at the time. You know, he's no, but I can reverse engineer anything. Yeah, I think Scotty's right. Yeah, it makes, if you know Notre Dame at all, it makes perfect sense. I believe. Yeah, it's
Fighting
true,
Irish,
Scotty.
baby. Notre
Yeah,
Dame.
it's weird. Number one school for the CIA. Number one school. Just, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
And Aiden,
makes sense
and
too,
so,
right?
so Aiden has a brother that went to Notre Dame, and I believe he lives in Virginia.
Oh, funny
Interesting.
how that works, isn't it?
I'm just fun. I don't know how that came out of my mouth just now. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He went to Notre Dame, and now he lives in Virginia. What are the chances of that?
Small world, isn't it?
He's never gonna say it. I don't know if it's true. I'm just giving you factual stuff. It's just kind of.
Maybe he's a landscaper.
He
They
could
need
be.
grass is going to be cut there too.
Wait, the world needs bartenders. The
There you
world
go.
needs bartenders. Yep, someone's gonna be a bartender. But it's interesting how they recruit, man. It's funny. They're like, but Notre Dame is the number one school. Who knows? Since I just gave it up, they might change it.
They're brilliant. So yeah, so I find it interesting that Whitey Bulger had 77 witnesses and Karen Reed has 150.
Well, you're going to see a lot more corruption exposed. That's why, Tommy. In my humble opinion, after the third party culprit was released in open court on
Right.
camera. There's no going back from that, and I'm absolutely thrilled to hear it. Thrilled to hear it. I love Karen's comments yesterday, even if they weren't from Tom CPU. Karen's the only one that can comment. There's a gag order on the attorneys.
Right.
So that means Hank Brennan can't come out and say anything at all, Lally or nobody, but Karen can. Karen can. Interesting. Interesting. And she just said, I'm nervous. I can't wait to get this going. It's I want to expose bad cops, more or less is what she said. I don't know the exact verbatim of the words, but the exposure of the system, i.e. the cops that were involved, people were saying way back in 22, 23, how could that possibly happen? You can't get 10 people to stay on the same page. Well, in this town, the way it's connected and who owes people favors within the departments of the departments, and how of the ranking of Brian Albert, the ranking of Brian Higgins, the ranking of Kevin Albert, the ranking of Short and Shiny, and then just the passing of the baton. It's not that hard to do.
It's
not
easy.
that hard to. It's
Really,
not that hard to. It's
really not hard.
And then you start paying people. Well, I can't give you cash, but guess what? Even though you don't deserve it because you're a stupid fuck, I'm gonna give you a lieutenant. I'm gonna give you a sergeant. I'm gonna move you up.
I put you in for a detail you never worked.
I'm gonna take care of that dog for you. That's bullshit.
It's
bullshit.
There's a lot to it, man. There really is, and people are seeing it. I think people are seeing it.
And if we want Helena Rafferty, God help us, please.
So all right, let's play this out. Where do you go from there? So Helena's not an option. Where do you go?
You go to an outside agency and you recruit someone that does not live around here to come in with fresh eyes. I don't care if they're 60, 40, or whatever. Fresh eyes and evaluate, because it won't. If we can do it, Tom, if we can do it, someone else can do it.
We're doing our best, bud. Right?
Because you actually can't get a surrounding town chief to go along with this, because there is a chance that they've been touched. I mean, in a way that they communicated. Yep. It's not like even if you went to, I wouldn't even say out of state would be beautiful. I'd be happy with that. I cannot believe, because all the DAs are connected to every county. They are. Yep. Let's just call it what it is.
Like people putting nepotism on the police department, fire department. It's the same way there.
Right. It is. It really is. And Peter Murphy. I mean, I trust Peter Murphy because I know him. You know him. If he wanted to come back and be chief, if that's something that could happen, hell yeah. There's a guy with
Peter could be a fair chief. Absolutely.
There's a guy with absolute moral compass higher than you can go. Like, believes in the right, talks about being right, and he will walk the walk. That guy. Yep. And he'll give everything he has to make it right. There'll be pushback internally. That there'll be people PO'd and quit and moving. Perfect. We didn't want them anyways. We didn't need them anyways.
True. We didn't.
But to grow up and want to be a townie cop, if you grow up here, is bullshit. You don't want to do that. You want to get out and be a state or federal. You don't want to work in the town that you grew up in, people. What are you trying to prove?
Nothing.
That you have a bunch of that you are the man. What do you know? We don't want that. We want objective thinking. We want people that I lived here. That was my school teacher's mother and my little kid. No. I don't care if he's dealing drugs. Arrest his ass. That's it. Period. Full stop. And if they don't like you, you end up like Karen Reed, or you end up like me for walking my dog on a skateboard. I was over the white line going home 200 yards from my house. You end up like me because I called the cops too many times and people are speeding. That's how they shut me up. Right? Legit. This is small time politics bullshit.
Yep.
Bullshit.
And we got to start somewhere, and Susan Harrington is the way to go. That was a good move right then and there.
It was a smoke show, dude. Smoking.
Keep that going, though, Mike. We had a whole year to find someone to run against Chris. Start the process early. Let people know that this ain't over.
No,
right?
We don't want John Connor.
Keep them engaged. Yes. Right?
Oh, dude, I think the town. Wait till the town hall meeting is Tuesday night, Tom. We should cover it.
Okay, we could do that. Tuesday.
Just put it on.
Yep,
we can come
let
in
it run.
and let's I want because I want to see because she's already sworn in. That's just
Okay,
gonna be our
good.
first. It's gonna be our first meeting. I want to see how it goes.
I hope they don't jam like a bunch of documents down her throat. Well, you should know that, blah blah blah, and it's
She's
in the
she's
spreadsheet or whatever. You know what I
she's too
mean?
smart for that. The one thing I wanted to do is get the budget on an Excel spreadsheet.
Yep.
Really, I do. If so, the people like us can see exactly where the check was. You know what I mean? If you really want
Yes.
to drill down and get granular, you could go ahead and do that with these PDFs and you get that fucking book that's 400 pages. How much did that cost? I
I'm
can't
sure it
imagine.
costs money to print, man, and you
And
buy
how-
them by the case.
Right? How many years has that been going on? And how many years do they just sit inside the police station or in the town hall gathering dust for a year? And if you want to find out something, they just hand it to you and go, here you go. Thanks for coming in. You walk into the town hall, you have 4 people behind the window doing nothing. You're doing nothing, just sitting there looking at you like, can I help you?
120 pages, Mike,
Yeah. Of what? Just numbers and bullshit.
of just nothing. I can't pull a piece of data out of this if you ask me. Although they want to, it says here Route 138 rezoning. They want to rezone something.
Right. Come on. Oh,
Like-
thanks for the text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more zoning stuff.
Yeah,
Assessor.
Scott, you're 3-2 votes still, yeah. But my point being is this: we heard
Mike.
about
They printed the fucking ballot. Republican ballot. They printed it
what?
in the town report.
Why do we need that?
You tell me.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. Got it. Yep.
It's just
Yeah. So we just don't
Why?
see a point. Right. You know what? You know why? They want to fill it up and get paid. That company, whoever's printing that book for them, let's look at that contract. Like literally, we have to go back and look at every check I used to do this. Look where every check is going. It sucked.
well, hey, Mike.
I embraced audits. I embraced them because they found flaws.
I like this. There's a letter from the historical commission in here. They printed the letter from the historical commission.
That's called filibuster right there, pal.
Why,
called
dude?
filibuster.
It's
It's a filibuster.
unnecessary.
Because they get paid by the pages. Do you know that Massachusetts just lost a lot of money federally for the libraries, for towns?
Why they putting them books in that don't belong in libraries?
No, they just lost a bunch of money that helped fund local libraries and so forth. I don't know if it has an effect on Canton. If you don't think Canton has enough money to pay for things, you're wrong. We
Listen,
do.
you guys got that billboard out there paying for itself. Maybe
Oh my God, Tommy, stop it.
the billboard. So
And
hearing retrial, how big you think this is going to be? Because I got
hold on.
something.
I
Go
gotta
ahead.
get off my soapbox. I have to get off my soapbox. Oh, I'm getting off now. Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
You ready for this one?
Yes.
This is where do you think Kieran Reed's going to rank in the halls of justice? We'll say.
Oh man, I think right up there in top 5.
You think top 5? It's
Yeah,
gonna
what do you
shock you. You ready? I thought, and then I thought again. You ready? Here we go. Top 10 trials of the century. Socrates. Remember Socrates?
of the century. Okay, 3399 BC. Okay. I didn't realize we're going back that far. But go ahead.
And then we're going Galileo. Yeah,
My
they
God.
put him on the.
You're gonna have the witch trials in here too, right? Probably.
Yep, right there, number
Yeah,
8.
yeah.
Number 8. Salem witch trials. That's in Massachusetts, isn't it?
Yes, Salem. Yeah.
I know that works, right?
Actually, it was all over Massachusetts. It wasn't just Salem, but Salem's known for it. Yeah.
19
Yeah,
witches
and
were
so-
eventually convicted
so-
and hung.
Here's what they would do if you disagreed with them politically or society wise, they would just out you as a witch, and people would believe it, and you were dead. That's how
Done.
it went, dude. Yeah,
And then another
Lizzie-
one, Mike.
yeah.
Lizzie Borden, right? Big trial.
Yeah. I
right?
loved her. Savage little bitch.
And then we have the Black Sox.
That was a mob fix. Yeah.
right?
Shoeless Joe, yeah, Jackson, yeah.
Remember that? They rigged the World Series.
You know how hard that is to do? But good for you
They
guys.
did,
They made a
right?
lot of money. They made a lot of
I've
money.
never heard of this.
What the fuck? Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. Okay, that we came from monkeys. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it
Instead
sucks.
of the McRib. Oh, Vanetti and
Now,
Sacco.
oh, again.
Wow.
But guess what? This happened in the
That
same freaking courthouse.
number 4. What the F? Those guys were killed, man.
Dead.
Murdered. Wow. Keep going.
Charles Manson.
Yeah, yeah.
Charlie boy. That's number 3, though, Mike.
That's huge.
Charles Manson over Sacco Vanzetti. Okay. More
Well, 'cause it's
media.
Yeah,
right?
national.
Media
Yeah.
has gone and evolved.
Where's OJ? There
Number
it
2,
is.
baby.
Wow. Alan
What do you think
Dershowitz.
number
Johnny.
1 is? What's if
It
they
ca- it-
OJ's 2? What's got to be 1?
Hold on. Is it you set me up for a loss here because it's Karen?
No, well, I think Karen's gonna beat it
All
because
right,
I remember this, and then I was like, nah, I think OJ was a little bit bigger. But then again,
I don't know. Maybe the Unabomber, Oklahoma City. I don't know.
close, good one. Nope, close, but it is the impeachment and trial of Bill Clinton. I
Yeah.
did not have relations with that woman.
Which he did.
He sure did.
He did.
But then he got to court and it says, well, it all depends on what the definition of is.
You see, it was what?
Yeah.
Arkansas, baby. You
So,
know, it's really how much
I'm-
money he had when he got into office and how much money he has now.
Yeah, I know. But
See, the Karen Reed trial's not over yet, so how can you put it up there, right?
but I think she's definitely going to beat OJ. And in this, a lot of people watched that because like it had to do with Monica and stuff, and that's the only reason people watched it was because of that.
Right.
But
Right.
so we shoot at OJ, right?
Now, think about this: Monica Lewinsky going up against that political machine at the time. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What she had, really, honestly, when you think about a political machine, you have the United States government trying to shut you up.
And all their lawyers and Jesus, everybody against her. Poor girl.
Right? And here we are at the local level in the state, and the battle we have right now is just as hard. If you were to put it into perspective in terms of a percentage, and you weighted each one, you have a political machine and a political machine trying to put you away. And I feel, man, she I don't want to talk politics, but it could have went either way, I guess. I don't know. Both people. I more lean towards the underdog on that one, but whatever. It's in history now. Hey, Renee, thank you for the 20, man. Just wanted to thank you guys for all you do. Tom might give the free Karen Reed. Yeah.
My
So let's
pleasure.
say
Thank you,
so
Renee.
Tom, are you going to be there Tuesday morning?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Tommy, 2 phones just confirmed it, folks. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Yep. Carl Steinbeck comments. Karen's lawyer should tell them to work in pro bono. Hey, good morning, Billy. Yeah, can they do that?
Well, again, there's so much more that we're not privy to, right? So
we are or they are?
us.
Okay.
So there's stuff
Olivia?
that's going on that we don't know.
How's it going, guys? Olivia, good to see you.
And does that strategy work? Have they tried that before, right? And Jessica here is right. We need to spread people out and start putting people strategically. Start early and put people strategically all throughout Dedham. So people, no matter where they go, what part, they will see the signs.
Will you send out a signal, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea?
Oh, dude, we're going to do bigger than that. Be lighting tires on fire and stuff.
Oh, I got to.
Black smoke.
So, Delgado, the gentleman that got threatened at the town hall.
Yep.
They want to bring that's what Microdots retagged it to Black Lives Matter.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Get them involved. Bring them on up. Let's go. I want to see them get arrested. They won't.
I never even thought of contacting them for Mr. Delgado.
I
After
never would have either.
what,
'Cause I
you know,
just see him as just one of us. I wouldn't have
right.
thought to go that route.
I never thought race never came into it with me.
No,
with
mine
him.
either. Totally missed that one.
But here's the point. They're right.
Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. Yeah.
Right. I was just like, oh wow.
And again, he's owed an apology. We don't treat people like that. He came. I think he's an immigrant. I think he came here to get the American dream and live amongst us. And he's not one of them bad people out there. He doesn't deserve to be treated the way that they are. So he's deserved an apology too. You know,
he's a skilled tradesman. He's like a bricklayer. He's like fix walls and like old wall. Yeah.
I couldn't do that stuff. No way.
Try to get a young kid doing that today. No.
Try doing it yourself. Forget it.
No.
Nope.
It's incredible. From talented people. So I love Mr. Delgado to get up like that in front of a select board meeting and speak for. I have it on my timeline. Speak for almost 2 minutes about what happened to him. The chief, Berkowitz, Helena. He went right down the line and named the people.
I can play that.
You know, and it was crazy.
Somewhere on YouTube, right?
I got it. Well, yeah, it's got to be on YouTube. If you need it, let me know. But my point is that I don't think it was talked about enough. But that's what I knew. John Connolly had to go. That's what it was for me. I was like, you know what? This piece of shit. They totally turned their back to him. Like, John Connolly just kept on looking forward to like. We don't want to hear this. We're not concerned with what you have to say, sir. We don't really. It's a privilege to actually speak to us right now. So
they never mentioned him in the audit.
No, they didn't. That was one of the comments I had in my post. Like, why wasn't this included in the audit?
They threatened to murder the guy. He goes to the chief of police with it, goes to the town meeting with it, and
nothing.
Nothing.
Bev's raging. I love you guys. I'm hoping to Bitchy Bev will let the defense put on their case, not interrupt and agree with Ellie Mama's boys' objections. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for keeping the channel going. Because we're going to get Tommy 2 phones, maybe some new equipment this year. Maybe, who knows? We're still working on the appeal to get him the press pass that he deserves. And let me tell you something. Even Donald Trump said, hey, more people with YouTube content should apply for press passes. He said this.
Imagine if I went to D.C., right, applied for a press pass, got one,
a national
and then
one.
Came here. What would they do? Would they say, oh, that's not valid?
No, if you had a federal one, you'd be fine. No, if you had a federal, you'd be fine.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, Tommy. Yes, Tommy. Yes.
Federal works.
Yes. You can go anywhere. You have to, you have to pass a couple of.
Although John, what's his name there? Oh,
Michael.
Yeah, Michael. He's got a press pass
from New York.
Yeah, like legit, real one, and
they weren't there. Yeah. The petty paralegal, retired from the military and lived 3 different states. So been watching you. Happy for your constant in our lives. Happy 14th birthday to my baby boy Luke. Happy birthday, Luke.
Happy birthday, Luke.
Hey, 14's is a good time, man. 14's things are starting to happen. Things are going. Things are going good.
Thing.
Knock on the door before you go in. That's all I'm saying. Give them some long showers are okay. All right, just let it go.
Let it run.
Tell BLM how they call the man. Yeah. So Microdots took that post of Mr. Delgado and sent it to BLM Matters. Yeah. Good. If anyone else wants to do that, go right ahead. We would love to hear from them.
Share it, send it, anything you guys want. Absolutely.
And don't forget, Mr. Delgado was walking with Michael from Justice Served. And he's the one that got the sticker ripped off him by the trooper, carrying the American flag. Right? Tommy 2 phones goes up to them like Will Ferrell and says, I don't know. It's been kind of a big deal. Yeah. I actually watched Anchorman for a little while yesterday. He's like one of my favorite, Will Ferrell is probably he's right up there. His outtakes. You got to watch his outtakes on YouTube, dude. Did you find the video or no? You help?
No, I haven't.
All right. I'll give you a second. I'll try to find it for you.
And you would think that something like Olivia, that, right? That
Olivia, thank you.
Working on it.
Olivia just sent it to me. I got it.
But you would think that that they would at least might get out in front of that and say, no, we investigated that. That's not what happened. You know, have a
Hold
seat.
on.
They didn't even
I-
go there.
Olivia, what's up? Check your Xbox. Check your Xbox. Check your X email. Olivia, what's up?
Mhm.
Me and Joe Flipplehead and myself have been battling over Olivia's attention lately. I don't know why. I think Joe Flipplehead's gonna win that one though.
Maybe
I get game though. I can bring something to the table.
he's got
Yes,
content.
I know he does. I can't wait for the. I know. Thank you. I got the.
I got it.
I can't wait for the trial to start because we get some content. Right now, we're just going back and forth, just hammering each other with jokes and laughing and having a good time. Because there's not really much going on. We've watched the Turk trial. That was crazy. That was nuts. He's found guilty of murder, voluntary murder. So
Mike.
get up to 20. What?
Ask Olivia if it's okay if I read her post.
Sure it is, dude. All the.
I don't want to disparage it. So it's just like freaking awesome.
Go ahead.
All right, so you guys got to see this. This is
Yeah,
like
put it up.
perfect. Oh yeah, it's on Twitter.
So, just so you know, it had 188,000 views.
Really?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is the bomb. Let me read the whole post. If you don't know any better, you'd think this was a select board meeting from the 1950s. This is Canton right now. Here you have a Canton cop removing a black man who's a tax-paying resident of Canton, unlike Chris Albert, who has the privilege of sitting on the select board despite issuing threats of beating people's faces up and down the sidewalk, which he did do. The residents of Canton, Mass. Are scared of their own police force. Can you imagine being a minority living in that town? The Old Boys Club in Canton likes to keep things how they've always, corrupt and not having to answer to anyone. That's why they refuse to hear from their tax-paying residents. Who elected them? If they wanted to renew their police chief, Helena Rafferty's contract. Question: why would anyone want to renew the Canton Police Department's chief, Helena Rafferty's contract, after the whole world got to see firsthand in the Karen Reed that Canton police officers don't know how to police? Clearly, things are not going well under her leadership, or lack thereof. So you'd want to keep her in charge. Answer: corruption in Canton. I'm still bewildered by how little shame these people have. Shout out to Trish Boyden, who recently ran for and replaced one of the previous seated Old Boys Club members on the select board. She's the only one who had enough bravery and any integrity to speak for the people she's there to represent. She's the only one who voted against renewing the chief's contract. To the Jennifer Coffendaffers and the Julie Grants of the world, these are the people you're insulting and offending when you give your misinformed takes on the Karen Reed case, and they still continue to do that. They still couldn't tell you what time Karen Reed purportedly killed Officer John O'Keefe, nor could they tell you why the feds are investigating the DA's office and those involved in the case. Nor could they tell you why the feds provide expert accident reconstructions to the defense if Karen were truly guilty. Be like Trish Boyden. Don't be like Jennifer Coffendaffer or Julie Grant. This will be their legacy, defending cop killers. Shame on them.
We are not taking public input on this particular topic. Like I mentioned, we have received hundreds of emails regarding this. The select
Just
board
look
is
at John
perfectly within
Connolly.
its right to make this appointment or not make this appointment. So we are not looking for
That's what
additional
that-
input from the public.
That's this right here. That's what he's telling us to do right now.
Yep.
That's fine.
That's it. That's
Mr.
right here.
Report.
Stop
Folks, settle down or I'm going to ask you to leave. Mr. White, settle down or I'm going to ask you to leave. Mr. White.
You mean to tell me you're going to make this decision?
Mr.
without
Colburn?
the residents of this community?
Nope, I am not. In fact, I told you the exact opposite of that. All right. Folks,
Close this meeting.
calm down. Please make the motion.
I'm not going to calm down when I have a chief
Hold
that
on.
called me a nigger and said I'm going to be shot in the head.
All right, Mr. Delgado, You're being disrespectful. This is the meeting. He asked to
Wow.
leave.
You gotta shut this down. Shut the meeting down.
Mr. Delgado, I'm giving one chance. Okay, can you please ask him to leave? Ms. Lombardi. Mr. Delgado, you're asked to leave. Nope. Ms. Lombardi, nope. We've heard your opinions. We're well aware.
I'm not a nigger.
Yeah, I have not called you that, sir.
But John Connolly
All right,
arrested me.
thank you, Mr. Delgado. Thank you.
Police is a witness.
Thank you.
You want to arrest this SOB with John Connolly?
Thank
I'm
you.
not a nigger.
All right.
I never said
All
that.
right, but that's bad for black
Lombardi,
people.
no, we are not seeking public input. I apologize. All right, Mr. McCourt.
Mr. Chairman, I move the board approve a one-year personal contract for the police chief.
All right, I second that motion.
Second.
A motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstain? The vote passes 3-1-1. Next item,
Next item.
And just like that,
3-1-1.
I have
Three,
a better
two.
one. I
Three,
have another
two.
one. Yeah, I give another one up for you where he actually speaks.
Yeah,
Uh,
stick that to me.
yeah. Yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, that's amazing right there. Thanks, Olivia. But there's
And think of
another
how
one, too.
brave he's got to be, Mike, to get up in front of that, right? And
Oh, yeah.
say that
Yeah.
and accuse them of that because they did. They called him that. I mean,
And you get asked to leave and he gets escorted out, and he's a gentleman
didn't-
about it.
you don't deserve
Yeah,
that. No,
No, he doesn't, dude.
no, not him.
No, it's sickening, guys. It's you guys just saw it. You guys have never seen that one before. This is what they've been going through. Well, what we've been going through for a long time. If you don't like it, eat it. They basically told us to eat it.
Have a nice
Eat it.
day. This is how it is. Tough.
Right.
Yeah. You see that? Let's just approve the contract for the chief and then get out of here.
Yep.
That's it.
Let's shut the meeting down. Let's
At
shut the meeting
zero.
down.
They didn't want to listen to a word that he said.
All right, it's on the way. It's going to be in your Xbox. Okay, Tom? Is that okay?
Yep.
That's on the way. And thank you to the young jerks for sharing this. Should be there any second, bro.
Everybody, and again, everybody does their part in this whole thing, right?
Well, this is just motivation to see, or maybe you haven't seen this before. This is the stuff we were up against. This is how they treated us. We voted these people in. Shame on us, first of all. Shame on us. And then we vote these people in and we expect different. So not any longer. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we get on the right track to righteousness.
Well, you're on the right. This is the right start. Getting. There you go. All right, here we go. Nick, I'm going to play this real quick and I'll pull yours up. Where'd you send it, Nick? Got it. Gotcha. Okay, let me play this.
This is what actually happened.
This is the select board meeting.
Yep. Before the June one. Yep.
Amazing it
Yep.
again the past 38 years. I have no problem. I don't understand much of the killing of John O'Keefe. My problem is Chief Rafferty. Chief Rafferty. Sharon Police is the witness. Stoughton Court is the witness. After a man that was paid, collaborated by John Connolly, Donald McNeese, Scott William Blenhart, Bobby Ayers from PBC Construction. He came to my house twice and called me a effing nigger, said you'll be shot in the head. Sharon Police took him to court. Rafferty showed up down the Cape with Berkovich, delivering beers to the same person that had called me a nigger and said you'll be shot in the head. I called the 911 at the third time, and I told Wade, if the liar, he asked, who is the liar? Rafferty. If the liar didn't show up to deliver beer to this man, and I'm not mention his name, he confessed to me what he already told me from the witness, what the reason he did that. So Rafferty is an evil person. If she's elected again, I'm going to bring a bunch of those niggas in town to make sure that nobody should be calling this day and age a nigger, let alone to let me know I'm going to be shot in the head. I have been bullied for the past 14 years. 2 weeks ago, Len Hart showed up at my mechanic that I've been dealing for 36 years and told him, no cops like John. And I told the mechanic, it is an honor not to be like in the town of Canton by the Canton police. there isn't a single cop in the state, except for Lenhart, can make a complaint about me. Lenhart is a bully. Rafferty is the chief enforcer of that, along with John Connolly. So if Rafferty is re-elected, there'll be problem in town.
All right, thank you. I have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Yeah, of course they want to get out of town. Motion to adjourn. See ya.
See that though? That's
Just like
that's,
that. They do not
no,
care. I
That's
don't know.
the same person that Hartman ripped the sticker off in front of the courtroom last week.
Yep.
He took it. He didn't do anything. He just stood there like, oh, what do you like? He put his hands right on him and ripped a sticker off of him. Anyways, sorry.
No, that's exactly what happened, Mike. All right, everybody, link in the chat. Kieran Reed gear right here. I like that. This all money goes to Kieran Reed's
Oh.
defense fund. And we've raised $1,176. Think we can hit $2,000 today. I think we can push that to $2,000 today.
We need long sleeves, Nick. We need long sleeves? No. Son of a, maybe next time. Oh, we had sunglasses.
Yeah, we'll
Alright,
get
cool.
back there. We're getting back there.
All right.
There's that right there, the graphic.
Mount Reedmore. I love
Yep.
it. So where can they find this, Tom?
Right up at the link. FKI
but-
gear.
If you Google it, I mean, who's
Back
doing
in
like?
Yeah, there's a link in the
Oh.
chat.
All right.
Hey, Alan Jackson, do it. Link will be. I put the link in the chat here.
All right. So you got headwear. What is? Okay. Oh, I got to get a pair of sunglasses. Yeah. We can wear them. Wait, we can wear them during our shows.
There we go.
Sweatshirts, fleece over there. Up top.
Tees, accessories,
No.
headwear, sweatshirts.
Fleece. Wow, here we go.
Ooh, I like that. Problem with me and White, they don't get along.
Yeah, coffee all over that.
Everywhere.
Flipperhead. Yeah, geez, Flipperhead. Thanks for the 50, bro.
Damn. Does he want
Wow.
a T-shirt?
I'm gonna spend it on Olivia though.
We love you back, man. Hey, that was a pretty good thing you made. That post you made this morning was pretty funny. Y'all cool?
Dude, he's been killing it, lady. Was that a ball of booze in there in the middle? Auntie Bev. Oh my god.
Yeah, guys, we
Good
can get
stuff.
you guys buy some merch from the store here and support Karen. You know,
Yeah,
you can even do a straight up donation, right?
I wish you had yard signs. It'd be kind of cool if you had yard signs. You know,
Ooh,
like
that's a thing.
yeah.
Nick.
I put right in Canton yard signs,
Nick.
brother.
Nick, yard signs, baby.
Yeah.
Magnet right
Or
there.
or if they wanted to sell pink ribbons too, dude, they would sell a lot of pink ribbons pre-made. That's a good idea. You know, Nick, if you're listening, pink ribbons and yard signs. Because I would have a yard sign up right now in a second.
And I'm pretty sure there you go.
Oh, there they are one. All right, cool. I'll get
Bang.
one.
Love it.
All right, thanks,
Love it.
Nick. Get one. Those should be
That's a
all over
great
Devon.
sign. Oh God, we should
Yeah.
bury the whole town in these things, Mike. Every friggin' in every store.
Oh, hey, you know what, Tom? Like the coffee store that you go to, or
Yeah,
see if they'll put one in the window.
I can do that. Buy me
know?
10 and I'll put them
All right.
strategically all throughout Dedham. And then we'll have
Oh.
you know what? I'll hide them.
Yeah.
People got to go
Businesses.
find them all. How about that?
No, businesses that are around the courthouse, dude.
Yeah, but listen,
Well-
I'll put 10 signs out and around Dedham,
Why?
right? To
Yeah.
hide them. And people got to go find all 10. And when they
Yeah,
do,
I think
they get a prize.
I think there are do it in teas. If they are do it in teas, what are you talking? Make it do it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
tees that say do it. They do. I saw it.
I want long sleeve, bro.
Okay.
I get to hide my tattoos.
Where are you?
They don't have
there.
that.
There's you do it.
Long, yeah. You can do it. Order them today. They'll be in. They'll be. Hopefully they're not from Yana, because they're not going to get them for a while. Nick, does this include the tariff increase of 140%?
Yeah, you see. Yeah. This is pretty good, Nick. Nick, I like the stuff. Yeah, everyone, if you're gonna buy merch, can you buy it from the store, please? They
What's
have
the name
a
of
lot.
it's pinned at the top, but I want to know what it is.
FKI dot
Yeah.
itemorder.com/shop/home.
Oh, Jesus. Can't we just connect it to the Donate Karen Reed page? Connect the
Yes.
two?
Yes,
All
I
right.
put the link in the chat. So nice stuff. Nice stuff. I'm
What's
gonna leave this open and I'll come back and we'll refresh it. We can hit the $2,000, guys. Can we do that by
Yeah.
today?
yeah.
Nan doesn't not included. She's not part of this.
I don't have a Hatchet Man tattoo. No way. I get
Oh, the little guy running with a hatchet. That's name of a
No.
group. That's name of a group.
no, mine are all sayings, words, meanings. That's all. No, I don't
Awesome.
have design. I don't have designs. Thanks, Nick. By the way, thank you, bro.
Yeah, Nick. Thank you for all the work in
And
that, Nick.
And I don't want to leave your wife out of it too. I'm sure she was involved too, because she's probably the brains behind the whole
It's
thing.
two people. It's always that.
That's-
You get
well,
one, you get two.
she's the brains, and we know it, Nick. Don't try to, don't try to. We know she's smarter than you.
It's always that way.
Yeah, behind every great man, there's a better woman. I'm telling you, man. That's always been the way.
Yeah, I believe that.
Wait till Flipperhead gets married.
I know, huh?
Great things will happen.
Is he coming up for the trial? He said he's coming up to visit. What's up?
Hey, I get a
We
whole
got pizza party to plan with this guy. What's going on?
I get a hotel set up, ready to go. I get the whole corner suite
We
set
just
up.
need him. What's up?
Yeah.
When you coming, dude?
Yeah, Jenna is he's talking a good game, but he might be doing an interview soon with somebody. I'm not going to give it away. Now with us,
Do they deliver to United Kingdom, Nick? I don't see why they wouldn't. No, I don't see why they wouldn't.
yeah, why not?
I think the gear's pretty nice.
I
Nice
think
stuff.
we should get a Joe Flipperhead T-shirt going. I think that would sell out. You
I
just have
think
the
it would.
flip with Karen Reed
Yeah,
on it.
all four upside down, like the squares.
Yeah.
Who
yeah,
did that? I saw the other day. It was Brandy posted hers the other day for some reason.
Right.
She smiles. She looks good in that.
Yeah, he could do like the flip one where it says, free all 4 squares and flip ahead. Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, the one that she posted was with her face, and then it said Joe Flip her.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh.
All right,
So I gotta take my dogs to.
Yep.
Everything else. You
I got
else?
an appointment. No, I think we're good. Today.
We had an early start because we have doggy. I have a doggy appointment.
I got
but
a doctor appointment
we're back on tonight at 7:00 though, folks. Just
with Amy. Talk time with Amy.
What channel is it? Talk Time with Amy channel? That's the channel.
Yes, her channel.
So get over there and like and subscribe to that one,
Yep.
guys.
Get going there.
Kelly's gonna be there. Tom, myself, maybe a couple of links going out. Maybe Flipperhead will come on. I'm not saying he will.
You never know, right? You
never know.
never know.
We're just gonna have an open dialogue about what the fuck's going on in this world, man. Right?
Mm-hmm. I got 2 more appointments next week, Colleen. It happens when you get old.
Let's talk about real quick the nurses
Yes.
at Newton Wellesley.
I sent that email. I'm going to probably get a response later on. But
And all right,
I do plan on talking about that.
all right,
Mike, I've gotten a lot of positive feedback
yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
People want to hear about it.
Yeah,
And
well, it's
I
funny that
try
we-
and tell them it's going to get personal, and these people are going to grow on you, and it's
Yeah.
going to take some out of you. So just a heads up.
Mainstream media. I'm not saying that we had anything to do, but we talked about it hard yesterday for a long time, and all of a sudden, this channel has decided to put some more coverage on it. All of
Funny.
a sudden, out of the blue, yeah,
Funny how that
Really?
works, huh?
because they might look at the response and say, "Jesus, people do want to hear about this and understand what the hell's going on."
This is important. I mean, Mike, if there's 25 nurses that have a problem, how
Mhm.
many people that visited that floor have a problem?
Another one came forward this morning or yesterday.
26.
I don't know the number. I don't know. Yeah,
It
benign
was
tumor.
25, Mike.
Yeah, another one came forward. Yep. So
How
they're
many
getting
people
died.
work
So
on
they're
the
getting-
floor, Mike,
So here's what's happening: the people are freaking out, and they're going to get tested, and they're
and
finding,
they're finding it. Yeah.
And if they didn't catch it early, God help us.
And
No.
God love the nurses. You don't want to cross a nurse, man. Them I dated nurses. They're not ones you mess with.
No, you want those
You'll
on
get
your.
the truth.
They never get speeding tickets either, from what I'm told, because
No.
a cop doesn't ever want to be on that board when that nurse is working on them and they give them a
Nope.
ticket.
But yeah, I
All
mean,
right.
but they didn't sign up for that, Mike. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
no,
that's
no.
beyond the pale. That's a whole. And if OSHA came and left, which I heard they did,
They
that's
did.
a problem. That's a
Right.
big problem. There should be some dude camped out in that hospital, just like they had to work. They should stay there too.
And get tested every single day of what's going on.
They should not have.
Now-
They should stay exactly where that cancer has been found.
I guess I want to know a couple of things. If we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up, what ground was that built on? You know, what soil was it built
Right.
on?
Start at the bottom, work your way up, man.
All right.
I
Okay. So
agree.
you know you know all that stuff. So we're going to dig. We're not going to give up on this one. We made a decision yesterday. We're going to do it because, other people
And-
want to hear other things. There's other
And
important
here's
things
the
in world.
problem. Here's the problem that you have.
What's up?
It's as if it's you can walk into an emergency room until you get to a point where they say, hey, you belong here, you got to go. L&D, dude, it's locked out from the elevator out. There's the elevator, then to get into L&D, then to get into it again. There's three locked, there's
Yeah.
three
Okay. Yeah.
the perimeter security. There's three
Yeah.
levels to get in. And the minute
Right.
the baby's born, they boom, put a freaking tracker on that kid. The doors don't unlock with the tracker. I had to test them and fix them all.
Right.
So
right.
somebody
Yeah,
left
that's
the hospital and the tracker was still on the baby. And that was a big thing. Like how did that? No, you can't. A baby can't leave with a tracker on, but they did. So that was a big thing that we had to go. I know about doctors. I know about the L&D stuff. I know about the wards. To get into the ward, you can't. Put that way.
Just blows my mind that it's on the 5th floor. That's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yep.
So,
What's that?
I just a lot of breast cancer cases in Needham. I heard too, huh? Well, we're gonna find out. And I want to wish Nan good luck today. She's got a
Yeah. Prayers for Nan. Big
she got a
case.
trial going on. She needs an acquittal. Yep.
Yep.
So hopefully
It'll
she does
happen.
well. Yep.
I hope it does for
Well,
her.
So rain, sleet, or snow on Sunday. The standouts ready to go. We're ready to go.
Sunday, it's gonna happen. Dedham,
10 o'clock.
Legacy Place, 10 o'clock. It's a
All right,
party.
pal. It's gonna be a good time. And
All right,
then we
brother.
got LTL a little
Yep.
bit after that, right?
At 10:30, we're
Yeah.
going live with him. I'm
Wow,
gonna
we're
go
on.
the
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're on tonight at 7.
with Amy.
We're off tomorrow.
Yep.
And then Sunday we're back in action.
Back in action. Just
And
like
then Monday back, and then
Monday.
Tuesday, dude. Tuesday,
boots on the ground.
dude.
My
We're ready to
guy
go.
picked out already, bud. I'm good.
Man, I hope everything works out. I hope we hear back from the
Yep.
buffer zone. I hope we hear back about your press passes and stuff. I hope we hear some good news today. But I think maybe once the jury's selected, things will happen. But there is no court today, right? But there is court Monday now.
There is
court
now.
Monday,
They
okay.
need to get
Yeah.
one, maybe
One
two
more-
more jurors.
I would get, with the way they, Then after watching the trial next door, showing us the bingo balls and stuff, it's like I'm glad they did that because
Now we know what to expect, right?
Right before we
But-
didn't.
Again,
Now we
if
know.
Jim just reaches in that box and says, "Yeah, you're sitting down," we have no recourse.
Then you get 3 people. There is quarter money, yeah. They have 3 people, McCabe, Albert, and Colin staring at you from across the aisle, like, what the F is going on there, dude?
Wonder.
Anyways,
I never saw that coming.
neither did I. That was
So we
freaking
can only
dude.
imagine what's going to happen this time.
To be fucking we have the
Insanity.
best. Karen has the best team. I know she's got in the best hands. I mean, she's an awesome person, awesome family, awesome team.
Yeah.
For these people to step out and do it pro bono like this, how much conviction do they have in their heart about what's going on in this world
A lot.
right now?
Yep.
And then we bring it down to our local level. This is Delgado, who's showing up to free Karen Reed events, trying to get his story told, but understands it's a little piece of what everything's going on. But to me, it's a big piece
Yes.
of Canton. You know what I mean? And what's going
look
on
at
in
what they're
Canton.
treating their own resident, Mike. Karen's
Right.
an outsider. You think they're
Right.
going to cut her any slack?
Okay, he's an outsider, Mr. Delgado, right? He even lives here, but because he's the wrong color. But
Right.
Brian Albert's the right person for they can cover up for, right? Just reverse. That's how bad it is, guys.
It's
All right,
racist.
I'm getting up. It's totally bad. It's bad.
Bad.
It's bad.
Well,
So
at least
I'm
we're on
glad.
the listen, we're on the
Yeah.
right path now. This is a
Yeah.
good thing for Canton.
And don't forget, Mr. Delgado was the one that got his sticker ripped off his chest by Hartman,
He was just walking
Okay.
through, dude. He was just
so
walking
you know.
through.
right? And so go over the contributions if you want, Tom. I will talk to
Yeah.
you tonight.
Absolutely, bud.
Thanks, Flip. Thanks, everybody. Scotty McGinnis, everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. We get appointments.
Yep.
What
We'll
else?
be back tonight.
I'll see you
we'll
tonight
be
at
all right.
7. Feral Friday. All right, pal.
You know it, baby. Sweet. All right. The Goodmans gifted 1 membership. Wow. Thank you very much. Theodore Jones, fun show. We try and keep it light and easy like that. If the mods are in the top 10 and Mikey No More Room, you guys have a special number. Mr. Holmes, thank you for becoming a member. And everyone that here that's a member, thank you so much. And then Renee, I want to thank you for all you do. Tom Michael the best. Free Karen Reed. No doubt. I love you guys. I'm hoping Bitchy Bev will let the defense put their case on and not interrupt and agree with all the Mummy Boy's objections. Lally boy. We hope, right? And you just wonder, how's the trial going to be different now, right? It's not Lally, it's this, Hank Wannon. Retired from the military and lived in 3 different states since, and I've been watching you. Thank you, by the way, for your service. You being a constant in our lives. Happy birthday. Wow, 14th birthday to my boy, baby Luke. Luke, you have a good mom. Don't screw up. Make sure the corners are folded in, and you'll be all right. My dad was in the Air Force. It was crazy. And flip ahead. Love you, bud. So, everybody, we will see you all tonight on Miss Amy's channel. I hope so. If you haven't liked and subscribed to her, please do. If you haven't liked and subscribed here, I'd very much appreciate it. We love everybody that's here, some more than others. So, you guys are the best. Got the best chat, without a doubt. And, yeah. We will see you guys. And, yeah, I am going to go to court every day again. I'm not going to miss a day. I got an idea. I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see. Either way, I'll do my best, right? Kelly, we love you, girl. Amy and Kelly. Can't have one without the other. I know. You guys are great. You guys are good. I love you both. And, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Mary Jo, thank you for being here. You ain't seen nothing yet, lady. Wait till you see what's coming down the road. You're going to be like, what? Yeah, a lot of crazy town stuff. With that said, I love you all. You all have a great weekend, and we'll see you tonight, and then we'll see you Sunday at the Standout at Legacy Place. Please, please, please show up. Thank you all. Have a great day. Oh, by the way, let me do this again. I'm putting in the chat the link to Karen's Defense Fund for the t-shirts, for the merch. Buy the merch. Help her out. Right there. Links in the chat. https://fkirgear.itemorder.com/shop/home. Try and get that defense fund over $2,000 today, guys. I know you can do it. And this is a great time to buy merch. Look at that. 1,238 raised. Already working. Keep it going, guys. Keep that number cranking. A lot of people put some time and effort into this stuff. It's good stuff. And goes to a good cause. All right, everybody. And thank you, Nick, for giving this to us to put up here. And I hope to see you guys in this merch sometime soon when it stops snowing up, for crying out loud. We'll get there, guys. We're getting there. Listen, love you all, and we'll see you all this weekend. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, everybody. Bye.